But such gifts were reserved for humanity, and they brought only disaster upon themselves. This is the hour long awaiting. This is the moment we marshal the resources promised us, and assume command of the greatest military force the world has ever known.
Our ranks swell, and now we call upon allies from beyond. Our victory is assured.
Your arrival is well timed. Our scouts have just returned with excellent news. The forces of the corrupted are vulnerable as they've spread out. Did you manage to discover what strategy this commander pursues? Beyond those already augmenting their ranks. I shudder to think of whatever demons might be at their disposal from beyond. It seems Jonas may have been right about the urgency of the situation after all. Our discovery may in fact be tied to what you learned in the ruins. We stumbled upon a massive mining operation in the canyon to the west. We assumed they sought more pure Azoth, but this operation is too large. Yes, the sooner we can dismantle their efforts, the better. There is only one fortification protecting their work in the canyon. It is formidable and cannot be avoided. As mad as it sounds, that seems to be the best gamble. Jonas has gone ahead to assess the fort's vulnerabilities. I can stay to keep the outpost secure. You should join Jonas in the canyon and formulate a plan of attack.
Whatever this new commander of the corrupted is plotting, we may have the chance to put an end to it here and now. The commander is here in the Sunderford. It seems he goes by the name of Thorpe. A story begins to unfold. The fact he is a new leader among the corrupted, it makes sense. While you have work to become a soul warden and defend against corruption, your captain has taken a much darker path. There are moments of coincidence and moments that are not. I believe this is the latter. I have urged you against charging into danger, but you've never been one for caution. Go on then, and light be with you.
Here I come full circle, from laboring in the mines on behalf of our mistress, to now being in command of the entire operation. I shall bring new purpose to this enterprise as well. To the mistress, the motes of that infernal Azoth. But to me, the materials to construct the designs of the ancients. History will be made here in Great Cleave. The mistress is displeased with the fact we found so little of the pure Azoth she seeks. But when I shared of our accomplishments towards my plan, I could see that I have once again proved to her that I am the one who can deliver this victory. She's wisely committed even more of our forces to the cause. The ore flows like a river up to the summit. I will soon bask in the glory of my success. Isabella has now become extremely interested in our enterprise here in Great Cleave. And where I hoped to only construct a handful of the fell portals, she has expanded the plan to include many more. The final stonework for our first structure at the summit nears completion. And I will now leave this operation to my lieutenants and ascend to ensure the rituals are planned to perfection. The strength and pride I feel for this work makes up for whatever regrets I may have for my time in the old world. This was my destiny all along. Neither duty nor divine purpose called me from the old world. I sailed into oblivion as master of my own destiny, fearless in my command. And I found here that which I sought, the truth of power, to which I proudly swore my eternal allegiance. I began anew, authority and identity stripped away, embracing inhuman toil and suffering as the path to my return. Time came when I could again prove my prowess in battle. No man nor demon could withstand my newfound might. My domination established, a new destiny earned. The voice of truth pronounced me as champion of our righteous cause. And I led our armies to victory again and again. The remnants of ragged humanity crushed along the way. To bring me here, to the precipice of my ultimate achievement. The forces of this world and those beyond, now under my command.
I was your captain once, until you betrayed me on the beach. Now I have one final order. Walk away. Disobey me, and you will be destroyed.
You charged into the fort and against a small army, and now you return unscathed. That alone is quite a feat. But what of your former captain? This Commander Thorpe, was he there? Did you confront him? I wonder if he has departed to oversee some other aspect of the operation. With all this ore they've mined, they must be taking it somewhere. Do we know to what end all this work is being done? I see. As I recall, there were some true demons among the corrupted in the last war. We often pondered their origins, but these were few and far between. If Commander Thorpe summoned an army, our cause would be lost. If Commander Thorpe is constructing some portal into hell, we should move quickly to discover where this infernal thing is being built. But we must shut down this mine first. We should summon more wardens from the outpost. Isabella. That name has not been spoken in a long time. Perhaps this is the Tempest. How curious that Thorpe knows her given name. You're as bullheaded now as the day I met you. But my strength is renewed, and I will not stand idly by. One of us should attempt to track where the ore carts are going, while the other disables the mine. Very well. I'll leave the brute force task to you. For the moment, at least. We've scouted the east road, so the ore must be going west. Destroy the mining operation, and then look for me on the mountain road. Good luck.
righteousness.
I heard the fire of cannons and hoped that had been something you did, rather than something aimed at you. Since you are standing before me, I'm guessing the mission was a success? That's at least one piece of good news. Only this far. The corrupted are now maneuvering against us. They've fortified their defenses on the bridge to the western rim. Their cuts are, or were, varying ore across. So that's where the trail leads. It seems Galahad sent Warren Yush across to scout another outpost. With the bridge now reinforced, he is cut off. Galahad's poor judgment aside, I'm worried. Yush has heroic aspirations, but not enough experience. Yes, I am prepared to make the assault whenever you are, but speak to Galahad first, and at least hear out the Bright Knight's plan. Though, I wish he had conferred with us first. I admit that his reasoning is sound.
I know Jonas is displeased with my decision to scout the western outpost, but I stand by it. We have a chance to establish a foothold in this region, and we should make an effort to take advantage of it. And I have no intention of backing down on the plan. I obviously did not intend for Yash to be cut off, but I stand ready to make amends. Lead the charge across the bridge, Soul Warden. Jonas and I will follow.
Aha! I was hoping to run into you. Well, Commander Jonas, really, but you'll do. On Galahad's orders, I've scouted the outpost up the hill. The Corrupted block the road, but it appears to be a secure location. Not the outpost, but they patrol it from the nearby forts. We'll need to put those forts on the defensive. I was working myself up to stage an attack alone, but I think your presence improves the chances of success. Oh, well, there are just a few corrupted on the road. The forts are where the action is, but... All right, I realize you may be better suited. I'll wait until you make your move, and then I'll clear the way to the outpost.
they have seen visions of the realm of corruption. And though a hellscape it may be, I've come to see the truth of the Tempest's faith. It says this is the birthright humanity was denied at the dawn of time. That the ancients here expelled us from this Eden and planted the false mythologies in our minds to keep us in the dark. The so-called corruption is not some fiendish terror, but rather the gift of Godhead that we will now share across this island and across the earth. The time of confluence draws near. The portals are almost done. They have been placed all around the heights, and shall turn the land red with their glow. It will be glorious. A triumph of engineering and skill, of conquest and battle. We shall bring forth reinforcements that this land has never seen. At the highest point to the west shall we rise, and our power will flow out across the land in a crimson wave. Never again will we be lost, for we are united in...
Greetings! May you stay safe on the roads. There have been troubling tales lately of a beast that roams the nearby woods, which preys upon unsuspecting travelers. The Belmore beast is taller than a person and covered in fur. It has glowing eyes that pierce through the snow and claws as long as daggers. He jumps out from behind the trees and vanishes into the woods just as quickly. That's where the tale gets muddy. Some say attack them, others say it runs off without a fight. Either way, it is a menace, and I appreciate it if you track down the truth behind the rumors.
You aren't running away? And is that a weapon? Whatever I did, I can explain. I swear, all I do is jump out of people. I haven't hurt anyone. This all started as just a harmless bit of fun, so that people could see the myth without any danger.
From your expression, you have discovered something. Please let it not be another body. Tell me truthfully. I can handle the worst. So, the dreaded Belmore beast was just a person out for a bit of fun. What kind of fool thinks that's a good idea? Great Cleave is full of real terrors. There's no need to add imaginary ones. Speaking of real terrors, while you were off tracking the Belmore beast, there have been reports of more attacks on the Northern Road. This time, by creatures with glowing blue eyes. The color of the eyes, along with their ability to manipulate ice, leads me to believe that these creatures aren't natural. We can't allow them to make home here in Great Cleave. There are a number of caves where they might have made home for themselves. I suggest you check them to make sure. You look like you've been in quite a fight. Was it with the Yeti? Have you managed it? Ah! Those rhyme wolves are vicious. Clearing them out certainly helps protect the travelers in these woods. I wonder if having them around means we're less likely to have Yetis move into the area.
This outpost is beyond the scope of what we planned, but I believe it will yield great value in our longer campaign against the corrupted. If your attacks on the nearby forts were successful, I believe we are secure here. We left some wardens to maintain the eastern outpost, but brought most of the others here. Warden Yash was quite proud to be the one to secure the location. It seems he never even realized he had become cut off. He's gone off with Jonas, and you should follow with haste. The ore trail leads up into the ancient ruins on the western peaks. It's clear that this Commander Thorpe is constructing his evil portals up there. Yes, you know how stubborn Jonas can be. And as his vigor has increased, so has his thirst for battle. I fear the old man could get himself and the other wardens in over their heads. You should catch up as soon as possible.
I hate to bring it up again, but there have been more news of the Belmore beast. These tales are far more gruesome from the last. They talk of travelers getting ripped limb from limb. It wouldn't hurt, though I can't imagine Bob has a hand in this, unless we are vastly mistaken about the nature of his character. He seemed harmless, misguided and foolish, but harmless. The tales tell of horrors up in Mangled Heights. Sadly, this is nothing new. All the news from the Heights are filled with tragic stories of travelers who got in over their heads.
It hurts! Get help! It's real! The beast! I didn't believe... not really. It headed up the mountain. I think it took my spleen.
yourself on cue.
Blast it all! I am sorry, young one. I hope to share some of the burden that has been so unevenly put on you. Galahad urged patience, and he was right. I fear I've led our fellow wardens into danger once again. We fought valiantly and managed to destroy some of the portals, but the corrupted sent reinforcements and we were overwhelmed. A few of us managed to escape, but others have once again become captured. Yes, but Warden Yash places too much faith in me, I fear. He escaped as well, and ranges ahead to assess the enemy position. So charge on, rescue those captured, find Yash, and let's get to the peak. I'll be right behind you.
Our heart gems. They are not strong enough up here. Several wardens have succumbed to corruption. I'm afraid, if we push on, will we all share their fate? With you here, my hopes are renewed. We can't allow them to take any more captives. Our strength lies in the trust we have with our team.
When I saw the others fall, it just sapped the last hope from me. I can't fight my former friends. I would rather give up. Tell me you understand. Yes, yes, you're right. I must stand firm against the...
You defied my orders. This is the price you pay. The gate opens to welcome our allies from beyond, and with them, your doom.
Well, we made it here at least. Jonas was determined you wouldn't face this alone. He outran me. But with that portal open, we may be too late. It would seem that any moment now, an army of demons will spew forth. Perhaps on the other side, but I consider myself brave. But that would seem to be venturing into the literal gates of hell. And what? We leave Commander Thorpe to continue his campaign here? Is that our only choice? Very well. I think Jonas needs a moment. But I will get the others and we will give chase. I bow to your sacrifice, Warden, and your courage. If you do return, come after us.
I can't believe I doubted you for even a second. But that portal, I shudder to think of what you may have witnessed in there. There is no time to hear your account, however. Commander Thorpe is calling for reinforcements, while Yash was scouting enemy positions. I have considered and decided how we will do this. We will stay here and hold the line against the hordes as long as we can, to buy you time to defeat Commander Thorpe. I will not tolerate your bullheaded arguments this time. I'm ordering you to go south and attack Thorpe's camp before reinforcements arrive. We've all agreed on this course, and we are ready to make our stand. Godspeed to you as well, my valiant friend. You've brought this old man back from the dead. I'm more than willing to make this sacrifice, and fear not, I will send the others away before we are overrun. Go now, and quickly.
You can't possibly match the strength corruption has given me. I will crush you beneath my heel hands. No, not again.
Eyes be tested like flaws in a sword. He was unworthy. Truly, it should have been you at my side.
You defeated the bastard, didn't you? Then it was worth it. We held back the reinforcements for an eternity. When all seemed lost, Jonas fought like no one else I've ever seen. He wasn't a hero. He was a legend. There was a moment when it seemed our position would be overrun. Jonas tried to send us away and hold the horde alone. And he did. But he took a grievous wound in the process, and I managed to drag him away. Well, he's in no danger of dying, but his mind is what I fear for. Come, let us return to the outpost and find out what medicines are available. Hopefully our efforts restoring the supply lines have not been undone.
Has it been taken care of? Has the beast been destroyed? Let's hope that is enough to make those roads safe again. Though I fear Mosro will be back again in the future. Thank you for your help.
Well, look at you, straight back from deep behind enemy lines with a hard-fought victory. And you killed that bastard captain of yours, no less. I know there was sacrifice, but all in all, I'd call this a lucky day. Indeed. Lucky you had a smuggler like your friend Grace running supplies. Those supply lines were about as safe as a den of vipers. Just want it on record I'm doing my part. Especially if it comes to counting spoils.
They tell me you defeated the commander. That's good. I told you we'd keep those reinforcements off your back, didn't I? We did, didn't we? All right then. You all can stop hovering over me with bandages and potions. I don't need them. I am an old soldier, and I've healed from worse than this. Just need some rest.
I'm glad to see Jonas is talking, at least. That's an improvement. Did you give him the medicine? Give it to me. I'll get the old man to listen to reason. And if not, I'll pour it down his throat when he's sleeping.
Well now, there's no need to shower me with gratitude and gold. I'm just doing my part for the Soul Wardens. I trust the medicines I brought are good enough to do the job. Leave that to Warden Yash. That fellow's the type to make even the most troublesome sheep take their medicine. Besides, if the old man has enough energy to argue, I'm sure he'll be fine. Now that we've got the old man all sorted out, we have other matters to discuss. Your friend Morgaine came to Caerdon and stirred up a hornet's nest of debate. She and Alchemist soon have very different ideas about things. Well, Morgaine came into the command tent saying something about using the angry Earthblight in Eden Grove to fight corruption. Alchemist soon didn't appreciate the notion so much, and they went at it. You should, before those proud ladies come to blows. I did my best, but I'm not cut out to be a peacemaker. And just be prepared. Galahad's gone back as well, promising to set Morgaine straight, so she'll be fun. Good luck.
Excellent to see you, Soul Warden. I heard of your success before I departed, and that's part of why I'm here. We must not let our victory spoil us. And after the gains in Great Cleave, we must fortify our positions. She was. The sorceress wasted not a moment before arguing with Soon about the angry Earth. Morgaine left in a huff, but Soon's gone after her. My focus now is to ensure the Wardens here were not too discouraged. Not seriously. I've been critical of Jonas, but he has recruited and inspired many brave new Wardens. If you're willing, however, I believe your help constructing new barricades would be useful and inspiring to them.
little cruel to make a wounded old man come all the way back here just to deliver a message, don't you think? I'm glad to say I'm feeling somewhat restored, thanks to you and Warden Yash. Because you're needed back at Eastmarch. Herbalist Sunfu Chan awaits you there, and she's distraught. Can't say I fully understand, but that's the message. And now, I must rest. Can't let Galahad do more work than me.